excited about this.
Yes.
That's the kind of weekend it's been. Well,
I don't understand why
Yes.
you hate me.
I do hate you.
I know. I'm confirming that status, and I'm just don't understand
Confirmation
why.
bias.
Why? That's not confirmation bias.
I know. I just throwing out some words. Words.
I think it's like...
Smart. But why do you hate me?
Why does the sun come up?
It
It just does.
Fair enough.
Well, thank you for listening to another episode of the Shit Show podcast. Oh, I'm sorry. It's
That
Stormwater.
actually is a podcast.
It's called the Stormwater Creek podcast.
We had this discussion earlier.
Yeah.
Hashtag Julia Rose.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We are coming from live from somewhere
Jesus.
in deep southern Louisiana.
Fake deity.
And we're at Bull's hunting camp. We shot geese this morning.
Giggly already.
Oh, I know. It's going to be ridiculous. We shot a bunch of bunch of speckled bellies and a lesser
Lesser snow. They call them hawkheads. Eagle heads.
Eagle heads.
I keep getting that wrong.
You do. A man without teeth looked at you weird for saying it. Which,
oh my god.
like,
guy.
why was he judgy?
Yeah, like, whoa, bro.
There was a lot going on in his world that
And
he
your
had.
exact words were, his exact words were, I don't do anything anymore. Like, oh.
We know and we pay for it.
First of all, the
Cool,
fact
bro.
that he was like, "Oh man, that was a long drive from Dallas down here," and we were like, "We flew." He's like, "I've never been on an airplane." I'm like, "It's 2021, and a human being like."
I get it.
Is that an elitist thing for me to think that people have just not been on an airplane? Like,
He
before
has
in their
4
life?
teeth.
No. 7.
Yeah.
Oh, pardon.
He had 1 visible tooth,
3.
3 visible
I
teeth.
saw 3 teeth.
I keyed in on just 1 snaggle tooth.
And you just keyed in like moly.
First of all,
There were so many.
Who was this
Coke
guy? Why did we
cans
go? Why
around.
don't we
okay,
talk
so
about that?
let's fill in some blanks here for the listener who's not up to speed and 2 bottles of whiskey in. Or maybe you are, and if you are, good on you.
Godspeed.
You probably are
Doing
if you're
the
listening to
Lord's
this
work.
podcast.
So we woke up this morning. We were in Louisiana, deep Louisiana, Cajun country,
Deep Cajun country.
and we're
People are
once again,
squirrely here.
Hey.
Real squirrely.
We're at
They like
Bull's hunting
squirrels.
camp, and we're on one of a few times of the year where we go on a guided hunting trip.
Not Peepaws.
Not People's Guide Service.
Real guide service.
We didn't have to do anything. We got to sleep in today. Woke up at 5, even though we could have slept till 30.
We still left stuff at the camp.
That is no fault of wake up time because we stood around staring at each other a lot.
That's a valid point.
Yeah.
Because you were still tickle fighting Abe till like 11:15.
It was fun.
So we killed we killed 9 geese this morning. No. Yeah, we killed 9 this morning. And so, we got done, went and had breakfast, and just kind of doing the day. And then we talked to Bull, our guide, and we're like, hey, where do you want us to clean these birds at?
Like, where in the yard
Yeah,
would you like all the
Where should we
feathers
do
to
them?
be?
Yeah. And he's like, you should just take them down there to Meemaw and Papaw's.
Me and Paws.
Mom
Paws.
Paws duck and geese cleaning service. They charge you
Which is
$5 a bird, and we
maybe
were
a
all like,
Quarter of a mile away?
oh yeah,
If that, yeah.
I could throw a football.
Over the
No, you
mountains.
can't.
Yeah.
Over the mountains. Exactly.
So we went down there and just it was
Interesting experience.
as mentioned before, squirrely. It was a very.
It was a
squirrely
shack
experience. A shack.
with a
A sign that
Tin
says,
roof front
"Put your
porch."
name on the book." Fill out a license, stick your birds in the refrigerator, and they had a refrigerator outside hooked up to an extension
a
cord.
refrigerator in the front yard.
That's
Yeah.
not running.
It was running.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Was it cold?
Eh,
Cooler than outside.
I mean, you would have been cold in it.
That ain't
wearing-
saying anything.
I'm wearing a jacket right now.
Inside of in front of a heater.
I'm not in front of the heater. Abe is.
You're close enough to
Don't
the
put
heater to
words
be
in my
in front
mouth.
of it.
Don't put words in my
That's
mouth.
not in your mouth. That's just establishing a fact.
And it's a wrong fact. I'm not in front of it.
Absolutely accurate.
It's a little window into my weekend. These two fighting each other. James has been angry.
He is angry.
I'm not angry.
Well, all right.
You be the judge.
I'm leaned into that one.
You be the judge out there, folks.
Steer into it.
So we, so we decided $5 to clean, $5 per bird to clean our birds.
And they're plucking them whole and giving us hearts and
Yeah,
gizzards.
I think they're waxing them.
Yeah, it's whatever.
I don't care what they're doing. They're,
I think
We're
it's
not
cool.
doing it. And that's
Yeah.
it.
yeah, we didn't have to do anything.
Valid point. But I think the
They can
whole
do whatever they
paraffin
want.
wax pluck situation is
So everybody
cool.
says the best.
I think it's
Yeah.
neat.
So, they do a good job. And
Allegedly.
So we just
Thank you.
You're welcome.
hanging out and waiting for birds to come back. We're gonna go in the morning again. It seems like there were a bunch of birds down here.
Yeah.
I mean,
How many geese, like, if gun to your head, how many geese you had to guess, like, within 1,000?
I say we saw 3,000 geese this morning.
I said 2.
I would go, I'd probably lay up in the middle of that. Yeah, between 2 to 3.
We saw a bunch. I mean that.
It went from like, oh yeah, there's some birds kind of landing off. What was that, northwest corner?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like,
Like, they were kind of bombing in there, and they had some passing small groups who shot at, and then it like turned off. Then it turned back on. Then it turned off a little bit, and then it was like go time.
And then it was like
birds
the
were just
sky was black.
birds were just everywhere. Like Tweety birds when you're duck hunting, there's everywhere.
it was,
That was.
And then they
in
shut down
all
completely.
directions.
Yeah.
And then it just was
And then-
gone.
yeah, someone turned the keys off.
It
Flip the
was, it
switch.
was a great hunt. Bull is an awesome guide. We got yelled at like we were, like he was our
Children.
dad.
Dad yelled at us.
Oh my god, I haven't felt that way in a long, long time. Oh god.
Yeah.
Shut up, god damn it. They can hear that.
Quit that talking!
Yeah. It was an interesting. It was an interesting.
What were you yapping about when he said that?
Probably like TikTok
Something
or
useless.
Yeah. Like how to twerk or something like that. Pretty par for the course.
Your favorite 2 Life Crew song?
Yeah.
Shut up.
So it was fun. We're super excited about it. Drove into Gaydon.
Gaydon,
Yeah.
which is a duck, the Louisiana duck capital.
Saw a bunch of ducks today. Spoonbills. Saw a bunch of coot per usual. And I've eaten 25, maybe 30 pounds of boudin balls.
You got upset with me. Talking about being angry. We get to the boudin spot, which wasn't the original boudin spot. And it's like this weird drive-in situation, whatever. And I'm driving. They don't have menus. There's nothing. It's just like a drive-through window with like boudin on the wall. And so I asked the guy, I was like, "You got a menu, whatever?" He's
No,
like,
what did he say when he opened the window? What's up?
"Oh yeah."
You tell me.
Yeah, what's up? And then I asked him, I was like, hey, y'all have a menu or something? He's like, I don't know, let me go check. Goes back 2-3 minutes later,
Yeah.
which is sitting there watching him flail about was a long amount of time, at least for me.
Flail about. It's good.
And he comes back, he's like, we don't have those. I go,
What do you have?
I was like, okay. I was like, y'all have boudin balls? He's like, yeah, actually we do.
Look.
So
We do.
I ordered, so there are 3
Balls.
larger than golf ball
Yep.
Yeah, definitely.
size balls,
maybe 100, maybe twice the size.
yeah, it's like,
By volume.
yeah, 3 of those in an order. So it's like, we'll take 3 orders of those because there's 3 of us in a truck. Abe gets angry. He's like, no, make it 5. I'm like, okay, fine.
Sorry for partying.
No, I was shocked about your ability to eat boudin.
To eat.
I just put it away.
I know you like tubular meat in your mouth. Or balls.
He just insulted your manhood.
Did he?
I did.
Did he?
I did.
Well, you think you're cool because you pee with your penis.
Oh, this is going wheels off quickly.
Yeah. So we're solid 10 minutes.
Buckle
into
up,
these
buttercups.
things. And
The boudin was good. It was a little
was
ricey. Flavor was fine.
first place we went to, the boudin was better.
Needed hot sauce, just like they all do. They're built for vinegar.
It depends on the sitch.
Both sets of boudin balls we've eaten thus far need vinegar in the form of Tabasco sauce.
See, I don't like Tabasco.
How are we?
Okay.
You just mean hot sauce.
No, I can agree with you because Tabasco isn't universal by any means. If something needs vinegar and heat, Tabasco. If something needs heat but not vinegar, absolutely, Tabasco is not useful. Like I've got a cabinet full of hot sauces for that reason.
No.
So yeah, in certain situations,
I like
Tabasco's
Louisiana.
good. Louisiana's good.
Crystal.
Crystal's good. I like
But there's a lot.
what's
There's
the wooden knob top one? I'm
Cholula.
Cholula. I love Cholula
Cholula's
as
solid.
well.
Cholula.
Oh my god.
But
Cholula.
I wouldn't eat it in a boudin ball.
No.
I would eat Tabasco because the vinegar cuts through that fat.
I like the green Tabasco.
Green Tabasco is good, but not as vinegary.
Yeah.
That vinegar and that regular Tabasco to me like cuts through the fat and the carbs and just kind of brightens it up in your mouth.
It's so good. God damn it. I freaking love boudin, dude.
Me too.
Especially formed into a patty and
Yeah.
made into a ball and then deep fried.
Well, weekend's not over. We're gonna get some more tomorrow.
Yeah. Don't you dare worry about that. Yeah. I ate, I think, an order and a half of boudin balls on the way home, which, if anybody's keeping store, that's 5 boudin balls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you didn't throw up.
I was, by the
Not
time I
even
got to that
close.
last one, I was like,
Ugh.
There's some left, aren't they?
Oh yeah, I put them in that fridge.
All right, I'll eat one for bed.
oh.
Just with some sauce on it.
Yeah, I'll hunt.
So we are, I'll tell you, this has been such a good time to come and, especially after the season where we've just been brutalized by waterfowl.
Brutalizing me.
Every time we go someplace, we're like, okay, we've got it figured out, and then we don't have it figured out. This place is awesome to come to, show up, and hunt, and actually kill birds.
And pretty turnkey operation too, obviously, because there's a guide.
Oh, yeah. God, that's so nice.
Got a dog. Pretty good dog.
We'll be back here for teal season.
Had a little bit of dog
We were
problems
just
this morning.
discussing-
Till's cool. Yeah.
We'll be back here for teal season, and then I say we just make the birthday weekend a
Goose hunt.
Yeah, and like I was saying, come add a couple extra days to the trip, and we can go public land, like setting crawfish pods, and doing some crappie / sacalay. And
Can't remember that to save my life.
sacalay?
I don't know why.
Sack of milk
Is that what it means?
in French.
Why?
I don't. Actually, I don't know why.
I know why.
Okay.
It is because the French explorer actually discovered crappie.
Sir de Iberville or Sir de Bienville?
I don't think it was either one of those.
You're really tuned up on Louisiana history.
Well, they're brothers who.
I'm saying in general, you've been like this and that and this and that. It's respectable, buddy.
I love this state. Thank you.
Yeah, it was a Frenchman who discovered them and called them sacalay.
Sack of milk.
And I get it because they're tasty little critters to eat. Very tasty.
Golden Crispies or whatever people call them.
The explorers are Sir de Iberville and Sir de Bienville, brothers who came over on the same ship.
These were trappers.
These were not. I mean, they trapped
Everybody was.
everybody. Yeah, that was a thing.
That's what made America.
Yeah.
make James great
I
again.
was just about to say it. Shallow and pedantic.
So, hopefully by the time you're seeing this, you're seeing some video footage as well, because we did capture some footage, which is nice.
Tomorrow there will be more.
Oh yeah, tomorrow will definitely be more. That freaking
Pot gun.
pot.
Ugh.
That.
Continue your sentence and we'll talk about pot guns.
I felt like it turned off for a little while.
I agree with that.
Yeah, me too.
So, the pot gun, why don't you explain what we've learned about that this weekend?
So, we're in the middle of crawfish country, because everybody harvests rice. It's rice country, really, is what it is. Rice and soybean.
Produce a significant portion of our nation's rice. It's right here.
And so, once they've harvested rice, they keep the fields flooded, and then they harvest crawfish out of them. And to keep the geese out of the crawfish, they have these little kettle guns or pot guns, and they fill up with a little bit of propane, and then they got an igniter on a timer, and it just sounds like boom. It's just like a gunshot, but it's like kind of like a cannon more sounds like, and
It's like a real loud shotgun.
real loud shotgun.
But it messes up the waterfowl.
Yeah, they just,
Yeah, the point is keep the birds off the crawfish.
It does its job.
But when you
Keep
have,
birds away.
you look out on the landscape where we're at, what percentage in y'all's mind is crawfish / rice field?
99% of the land.
Right. Like, there's the levees in between,
Yeah.
and there's, like, a little bit of trees or whatever, but it's
95. I mean, it's
yeah,
significant.
95. And then you have these cannons effectively going off in so many of these fields. And it's just,
Push the birds around, makes them uncomfortable.
yeah.
Get up and leave.
Yep.
Go someplace where they're not getting bothered.
Which I get, if you're a crawfish farmer, that's what you need to do to keep your stock. But
Especially
It's-
if somebody's paying $150 a sack or whatever it was.
yeah,
$120.
that's what's going right now.
That's madness.
Oh yeah,
I can't imagine considering that.
I would never pay that much money for it.
Not for crawfish.
I mean, I love mud bugs.
Me too.
they're great.
Even I had crawfish etouffee omelets this morning. Those were good.
We did. We met with, I think we had breakfast with the mayor.
Then he was here at dinner.
He was at dinner here. Bull's a little bit of a local hero.
Seems to be the case.
Yeah.
He is local firefighter, retired,
Yep.
and yeah, he's the man about town.
He's definitely the man about town.
Mm-hmm.
This has been a lot of fun.
It has. We've all kind of been tired today. We stayed up late last night.
Yeah.
Hashtag whiskey.
Hashtag
Hashtag
whiskey.
Whiskey.
Whiskey?
What? Cool whip.
Cool
That's
whip.
right.
Cool whip. Yeah.
So this is y'all's first two geese, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is my second goose hunt, so I'm not like Mr.
I definitely
Billy
shot my first
Badass.
goose this morning.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
It was a lot of fun. A lot of fun shooting birds that big.
Yeah,
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
They're not big as sandhill crane, but they're big birds.
No.
definitely not as big as a sandhill.
No. Sandhill stands 4 foot tall.
Yeah.
The fucker
That's
really
a
can't be
big
high.
bird.
Some of these big specs are pretty good size. The small one I definitely shot, the only one I can confidently lay claim to. Just a touch bigger than a big mallard. Because it was small goose. But the others, significantly bigger.
Yeah, like a double a mallard.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And this place is doing the cleaning, give it to his hole. Because I said to, Bull, when we were talking about cleaning him, I said, oh yeah, I was going to breast him out. He was offended by that.
Oh, we can't breast
No, you
these
don't
out.
breast these out? All right. So I guess we taking whole geese home, which I'm super cool with.
Man,
Because I hate plucking birds, so I haven't plucked a whole duck in a minute.
I want to get. I saw there's a thing that you can buy that like runs on some sort of wheel contraption.
Yeah, it just yanks all the feathers off.
Yeah, exactly.
I gotta feel like it's gonna tear some skin though.
It doesn't.
It's got to.
It's gonna tear some skin. It's gonna get your duck plucked.
I'll tell you what. You two tear some skin. Some butthole skin.
We're being adults. It's good. Really proud to be here right now.
Yeah. Exit City. And thank you for attending another episode.
I think we're gonna sign off permanently now.
Yeah.
We'd like to just
Who are you?
apologize to all our fans out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
fun.
It was fun.
Cool.
I still have a whole goose from last year in my freezer. But the breasts. So I lost. We limited out. I lost several geese in a refrigerator. I was aging them. My refrigerator went out. And that was a very sad moment in my life. But before two of them I cleaned up and didn't age. And the breasts, I breasted one of them. And those were so awesome. Just kosher salt and pepper. Stewed them off.
I want to make a bunch of pastrami.
Meat rare.
That's exactly what
I might render. If I'm gonna make pastrami, I might pull the breasts out a couple and then render all the fat off of them too. Have a bunch of goose fat to cook with. I don't know. I'm gonna do some reading.
So the ones we had didn't have
Wasn't too bad.
that much fat to be able to render like that.
Yeah.
I am just.
I mean, they had fat on them, but
Yeah. Also,
You better start cooking some meals, boy. You got an elk and deer.
I've cooked.
You got deer from last year, deer from this year, and an elk.
I'm about out of deer. Well, I'm about out of last year's deer. I've got, I think, a little bit of backstrap up. That's about it. Maybe a roast. Outside of that, everything's been eaten.
Don't make a bunch of tamales.
Oh. I don't know. Maybe. We hear geese inside the house here, and
I've been hearing them for like
Yeah.
2 hours.
They may be in the backyard, honestly. It's very honestly.
Yeah. And you just hear that. Wah, 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 wah.
Oh.
excellent goose call.
Yeah, just like our calling today.
Now, oh,
Oh, God.
oh boy. Oh
Some
boy.
mouth hog. Wait, just-
So Bull had some dog problems. They're trying to find one bird, and dog wasn't listening.
Yeah.
I identify with that. He was very frustrated. I very much identify with that too. It happens.
Yeah.
There's just geese just bombing over while they're out in the field behind us and
Bombing.
just bombing all around.
That
us.
was like the peak.
Yeah, for sure.
I was like, what the hell do we care about this one that we're going to be able to go find? Maybe. What?
Maybe.
Yes.
Whatever.
Probably. We could like just sit, call like they were working. But whatever.
So we all kind of brushed the blind in a little tighter, trying to be somewhat useful and just standing, instead of standing there staring at him yelling at his dog.
Well, let's get
Then we're
back
like,
to
hey, there's geese coming. Let's just try to make noises. So our dumbasses just crawl down this pit blind and start doing our best mouth goose calls, which to be a fly on the wall.
Yeah.
I wish we had that recorded.
We may actually have some of that on record.
I really hope you do.
Yeah.
There's a
Then
lot of-
driving back from
There's a lot of
breakfast,
B-roll footage.
said Bull, "Hey y'all, you heard us calling some geese some." I did.
I did.
Now he laughed.
Yeah, like 2 hours later, we're like, Bull, did you hear that? And he's just like deadpan, like, I did. Like, oh my god, okay.
He does not want to hunt with us tomorrow.
Yeah. So you boys need to pack your shit and go.
Yeah, I'll refund your money. Just get out of my house.
It's time to
Just
go.
get out
I
of my
need
house.
less of you. But here's the thing about Bull. Bull's an older man.
Sure.
We get back and mess around, whatever, like cleaning up, he starts getting dinner, kind of going, doing whatever. And next thing I know,
We're all kind of laid down our bunks, just under blankets, kind of just shooting the shit and
Yeah.
thinking about taking a nap.
and then he runs in, and he's like, starts fussing at us like we're like very much.
Goddamn kids need to go to sleep. Take your damn
Go,
naps.
go!
Go on, get.
And then he starts laughing, and
We were definitely all caught off guard, like, oh no.
uh-oh.
That's yelling at us.
It's like, why is this happening? What the fuck do you care?
All the things we've done. We haven't done anything in the last 5 minutes.
We're in our rooms.
We're all being
playing
quiet.
G.I. Joes.
It's not a pillow fight. But he was just messing around.
Yeah.
And it got funny.
It was a good time.
And then later,
Every fight's a pillow
like we
fight.
walk in and he's
Man.
watching MTV.
Favorite show is ridiculousness.
His favorite show is ridiculousness or whatever
he
it
flips
is.
between ridiculousness and the Michimoto auctions. Awesome.
Yeah.
So awesome.
I don't hate it.
And his
Way to get
commentary on ridiculousness, gold.
Just the
Many
overall
folks should
commentary.
never ever hear that.
There's a lot of commentary this weekend that was just
Gold.
Gold.
They will just leave part of hunting camp.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
hunting camp. You don't get to
Stars in the sky.
Come to Gate On,
Hunting
stays in Gate
stories.
On.
Yeah. Come hang out with Bull, and
You'll know.
you can get your own special brand.
My lord.
It was awesome.
It's good.
It was a breath of a breath of fresh air in these trying times. You know, to hear somebody speak so honestly and brave and put themselves out there.
Ooh boy.
Doing the Lord's work.
Ooh boy.
He's brave.
I just want to know how much I can do to push you. So,
Can't move a mountain.
look, if you can't bring Muhammad to the mountain, you bring the mountain to Muhammad.
I'm not even sure what that means.
Yeah, look it up.
Instead of bringing the big thing, the little thing to the big thing, bring the big thing to the little thing, dummy.
See, he gets it.
Thanks
Yeah.
for the
This
heads
guy
up.
fucks.
Wow. Got
Why
two
is
of
this
them.
awkward for me?
Why is this awkward for me?
I was just being rude.
Let's see, what else?
Welcome to Goose Camp.
We killed 2 bottles of whiskey in 24 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right at.
Right at 24
hours. We've killed 2 bottles of whiskey.
A case and a half of beer.
Case and a half of beer.
America.
We've been doing it right. We gambled on
I mean, it's
horses.
your birthday weekend.
Yeah,
Why,
exactly.
why would we not do that?
We do
Why
that.
we wouldn't do that if
We
we
do
were
that on
communists.
just regular.
Well, of course not, because the government would be like, you can only have like this much whiskey.
Oh my god.
Broken him.
Like, no,
Yeah,
we're
we
gonna
broke
buy
it.
all the ones that,
Broken him.
all the what we
It
want.
didn't even take 24 hours and we broken him.
Ugh. Just gonna go hang out with AOC for a few minutes.
Oh,
Oh god.
would you?
No. Horse teeth?
Man.
Good. At least we.
Is she the best looking senator?
Is she the youngest senator by 40 years?
First of all, y'all are stupid. She's not a senator. She's a representative.
Yeah.
Green jacket.
Yeah,
gold
who
jacket.
gives a shit?
And this is why America can't have nice things.
She's a part of the swamp. That's all. I know.
Yeah, drain.
Got drain.
Nope. Whatever.
So,
The
That
big
cluster
lie.
headache's coming back.
so
Yeah.
is she the best looking member of Parliament?
We don't have.
He can't even handle it. He can't.
It just breaks my brain because I'm like, oh my god. I mean, look.
He doesn't understand that we just. We're
Who's
gaslighting.
Who's the hottest member of the
Pelosi?
government? Dude, Elizabeth Warren.
Skeletor.
Pocahontas. Who is the hottest member of the government
Of the government.
besides Trump's press secretary?
Ew. No. Gross. Good question.
Without looking at your phone.
I'm not looking that up. I promise.
Dianne Feinstein.
Whoa, Mitch McConnell.
Yeah, turtle dude.
I like turtles. Okay, so really, we need to put this to a.
No, we don't.
I gotta say, it's gotta be.
Probably. She's got like 30 years in all of them.
She was a bartender,
Yeah.
for God's sakes.
Yeah, in Boston.
Yeah. She's young.
Yeah, because that's a big plus for anyone.
Yeah.
She doesn't have a dusty old. She's not a dusty old fart.
Exactly.
There's that woman who needs a lot of medication and therapy from Colorado who just got sworn in. Lord, she's like the rights version of AOC. That nutbag. Lauren Boebert.
Lorena Bobbitt?
No.
I think that's who you're looking for.
That's totally it.
Yeah, I think Lorena Bobbitt cut a dude's dick off.
I get it. They found it on the side of the road.
Did they vote her into Congress for that?
Probably.
These days.
No. This
Hashtag
woman's...
me too.
She's like 25 years younger than that lady. She's the one who was like tweeting out Pelosi's whereabouts during the insurrection and all that stuff. She's nuts. But she's like a young, attractive...
But you'd smash.
No, I'm a happily married man.
Of course. This is a fictional... We're talking about, like, your Hollywood...
No, because she's got the crazy eyes. And you're like, it's not worth it.
That's when you have to bust out the question, when's it my turn to be the man?
You're just like, no, go away.
I get it.
Whatever.
Well, that's our politics talk.
Well,
And we'd like to thank
And
everybody
same.
for joining the politics corner. The no spin zone.
We're done with the politics test. Cha-ching!
This is Stormwater Creek.
our politics test was throwing out a bunch of stupid phrases and talking about who's the hottest. I
What did you
appreciate
expect?
that. No, I'm saying I value
Hey,
that.
look. This is the politics talk that America needs.
Yeah.
It's hard to be brave in these times. Talk about these things, these pressing issues.
Which member of parliament you'd smash?
Of Parliament.
Yeah. That's what it's called, dude.
Yeah, that's the term for the whole
Don't they all
entity.
wear wigs, too?
Y'all are
Something like that?
so dumb.
You're dumb.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
Doesn't even know the name for
You're
our
a clown.
government.
Yeah,
Parliament.
Exactly. You don't even get Parliament, bro. I watched The Crown on Netflix. I think I know what I'm talking
It's the
about.
same, right?
His eye twitch is about to come back and it's
Oh, yeah.
glorious.
We're a federal republic, not a parliamentary
We
system.
haven't been a federal republic since the South won the war.
I do love that meme of that guy who's carrying the battle flag to the halls of Congress. It's like he like gave himself up to be arrested. Or like most typical thing ever, them giving up because they lost. Quitters.
My favorite thing was the Chip Gaines look-alike carrying the podium out.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
good. That was real good.
That was the best.
That one tickled the side.
Yeah. I tell you, the internet has been dealing with this 2020 very well.
Mostly. There's some bright spots.
The internet's been doing very
You can
good.
find that anywhere. I mean, it all
Man,
depends
Bear,
on what you
Pig
want to look
was
at.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The what?
Man, Bear, Pig was good. Wasn't that the
Please.
Buffalo thing?
No, the Buffalo guy?
Yeah, Buffalo, Bear, Pig, Man, Pig, whatever.
No, Dances with Karens.
Dances with the Kids. That was the best one. Dances with
That was the winner. He shall forever be known as Dances with Karens.
That's good.
Dances with Karens. Oh. I would hate to be called Karen right now.
Oh, yeah.
My mother-in-law's Karen, and she hates it.
Well, your mother-in-law is not a Karen.
Mostly.
He squeaked.
I have
No,
yet to-
she's great, she's wonderful,
Yeah.
whatever. Like she legit is like awesome cook, like
Yeah.
hang out, whatever.
I've
Wait.
never experienced Karenness from her.
If Karen was in this camp right now, we wouldn't have 2 bottles of bourbon consumed. We would have 3.
yeah,
Like she's
a
awesome
drinker. Yeah.
and great, but she, like
She likes to shoot shit.
you get her upset though, and she's
Karen.
like,
It goes
it's like,
south.
oh, that's where that comes from.
Do you think they hand
But-
out like? Do you think like Karens are like bestowed like by God? Like they come with like a letter of authenticity?
Like the Dundies.
Yes, the Dundies. Stanley, you crush your wife when you have sex with her. Boom,
Boom
roasted.
roasted. Oscar, you're gay. Boom roasted.
Boom roasted. Oscar, you're gay. Boom roasted.
Do you know what we're talking about?
Not the slightest.
The
of
Office.
clue.
You've never seen The Office?
Never seen it.
Oh.
Get out of here. Go
my
home.
God, are you?
We'll find our own way home.
I was gonna say I
Doesn't
drove.
matter.
We're taking your truck. You fucking.
No,
walk.
you're not. You're too much of a bitch to fucking get these keys.
Whoa. I'm not
Woe's your
fighting-
response? Fine.
I'm not fighting you
Pro-
because
point proven.
I'm a peaceful vegetarian.
Me? I'm
a
always down for a scrap. Like,
You peaceful vegetarian.
I'm a vegan.
Ugh. Down in a tire fire.
Isn't it Joe Rogan that has the joke that like vegans like it's like they're holding their breath every time you meet one? It's like they're holding their breath like I'm a vegan.
like yeah, CrossFitters and vegans.
CrossFitters.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jeff Bynum. You're a CrossFitter. Flip a tractor tire, hit it with a sledgehammer, and run up that mountain. Isn't that what you do? CrossFit?
CrossFit?
Basically, close enough.
Yeah, close enough for anybody who doesn't give a shit.
Twirl ropes and shit like that.
Yeah.
Battle ropes.
Battle ropes.
Why do you need the tractor tire though? There's enough regular tires on the side of the
Because
road.
they're heavy.
Yeah, but flipping like a
To the pound. The flip I get.
I don't know. I think it's just there to flip.
It's there.
It's
Yeah,
just
it's convenient.
So it's not a single-use gadget.
Yeah.
somebody doesn't have to pay a bunch of money for a tractor tire. That some farmers like.
Huh?
Speaking of which, we should really go examine that airboat before we leave.
No, you can't check that on the plane.
I'm not checking it. You're gonna bring it back up to. You're gonna.
No, Austin's gonna write it. They're the median.
Drive the Navy all the way back to that. And once I hit the Texas border, I'm calling Lauren to come get me. Hey, I just crossed from Texas.
I'm in Shreveport. Come and get me.
Because it's not registered there. That would be the stupid thing.
No, it puts us 90 miles from the lease, and we can just ditch it there for a while.
It's like,
I come rolling in a
that's not
bucket duck on
legal.
an airboat. Like, where's your truck? Like, oh no, I just drove in. Just came in from
I
Louisiana.
floated in.
I drove this thing in from 20 miles from the Gulf of Mexico.
Yeah. Yeah, we are right here on the Gulf. But an airboat would be cool.
Dude.
They hate
At
mud
times.
though.
Oh, that's right.
Mud and airboats don't mix.
I can work around that. I don't run in that much mud.
Because you don't try.
His mother's a mudda.
His father was a mudda.
His mother's a mudda.
His mother was a mudda?
What is
His
that off
mother's a
of?
mudda.
Seinfeld.
Steinfeld.
Steinfeld. I like
Thanks,
more
Wash.
Steinfeld. Dude, Wash. Sports.
Sports balls.
Whatever.
Okay. What's he doing today?
Wash?
Yeah.
I believe he's the third base coach for the Athletics.
Oh,
He's back at the age.
Ron Wash.
Yeah, Ron Washington.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I like him.
Yeah.
Little black dude, coaches baseball, does coke.
That's what he's talking about watching Seinfeld. He's like, yeah, I like that Steinfeld. You're like, okay.
They were asking him, what do you do, like, in between games? And he's like, I like to watch Steinfeld. He also has a genius quote, I never know what booty hole's gonna do.
Booty hole?
Yeah. Never know what booty hole's gonna do in playoffs.
Okay.
What does that mean?
Yeah.
You get tense, you know?
Okay. Oh, boy.
But your response to the media was, you never know what booty hole's gonna do.
Oh, wow. That's fantastic.
Booty holes.
I get his point.
Hey, man speaks
Oh,
the
no.
truth. How are you doing over there?
I'm just tired. I need to take my contacts out since I
was
didn't
gonna
last
say,
night.
Are you in like day 18 of contacts?
No. Day 2. At home, I'm very responsible about it.
It's just when we get on the road.
Oh, Rudy.
Drink a bottle of whiskey before bed.
Yeah. And I'm like, I can't open my Gatorade.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. Hoo boy.
I'm a
We're like,
giggly
please
little
be
girl.
responsible and drink this thing.
I
It was a
fun.
giggly little messy girl last night.
I was. I had a lot of fun. bet some money on the ponies. And
Hung out, laughed.
laughed, cried, held each other. I mean,
No,
wait,
that
what?
didn't
What happened after I went to bed?
Nothing. I went to bed. I went to sleep so fast as soon as I got in bed.
I would like to think I was probably the first to sleep.
I'm sure it was a photo finish for us all.
And they're off.
And they're off.
Did you like that?
I ruined your child. That was the best part.
That was cool.
Seeing your kid
The bridge is yours.
blowing around duck calls and betting on horses with me.
Yeah, my 4-year-old betting on horses. I like it.
Is there a racetrack around here?
Evangeline Downs is pretty close. I say pretty close. I mean, close.
That's in
enough.
Lafayette, right?
Yeah, it's Lafayette. Lafayette.
Lafayette?
Lafayette.
Lafayette. It's the
Do y'all have a basketball team here?
Professional NBA? Yeah, in New Orleans, the Pelicans.
The Pelicans?
The Pelicans is their name.
They
Were
used to be
they
the Hornets, then
the
they were the...
Hornets?
Oh,
Didn't
no.
didn't
They were the
come from-
Jazz.
They were the Jazz.
Then they were the
Jazz
Hornets.
moved.
Then
And the
they're...
Hornets moved from Oklahoma here, didn't they?
Yes.
The Hornets
yes.
moved
Wrap your
from-
brain around that
The
fucking
Hornets
knowledge I
moved
just
from
threw
North
out.
Carolina.
To Oklahoma City for a while.
No.
No, that
No,
was the
no.
Seattle.
That's post-Katrina.
Yeah.
Oh,
So-
okay, that's why I'm getting confused here.
Yeah, they came here, like, pre-Katrina.
Yeah.
And then post-Katrina, they went to Oklahoma City.
That's right.
And then came back, obviously. And then they changed their name from the Hornets, same ownership,
Why'd they change to the Pelicans?
because the
And
Hornet...
Charlotte wanted to get a team back again
Yeah.
and wanted the Hornets. 'Cause
And,
that
like,
was
the Hornets were
original
like,
team.
what connection is that to here?
Utah Jazz?
They were the original
I understand.
New Orleans Jazz.
Had they changed that name?
No.
No.
Why?
Because they...
They like to be jazzy over there.
The
I don't know.
Mormons
Jazz
broke
Jazz
in.
hands.
Yeah. The Oklahoma City Thunder were the Seattle
Sonics.
Supersonics.
See, I can talk sports ball.
This is getting, like, the intro to basketball. Basketball.
So if you guys do that 13 or 14 more times, I'm so out of here.
I'm so out of here.
Basketball?
That's off basketball.
That's
Oh.
a quote from the movie you just said.
Yeah.
Well, I'm a dummy.
You are the weakest link.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Ugh, Jane Lynch in that role. I hate her. I like Jane Lynch. Sometimes. She was pretty good in Talladega Nights.
Which one was she?
She was Ricky Bobby's mom.
Good flick.
Yes.
So.
Be all over you like a spider monkey.
I threw all your war battles off the bridge.
Jesus
yo.
Christ, there's a cougar in this car.
That's the old fart.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I told my teacher she had a lumpy butt.
A lumpy butt.
So you have the Saints, Abe's favorite team,
Yep.
for the footballs.
It's carved in his body.
It's true. Then you have the basketballs team,
Pelicans.
the Pelicans, and you don't.
And then we have a minor league baseball team called, horrifically, the Baby Cakes. And you should see the logo. It's worse than the name.
That's tough.
It's tough. They changed it from the Zephyrs. Fine, whatever.
Sure.
Yeah, I was gonna say
whatever.
that was
What's wrong with that?
Zephyrs.
It's now
On
the
MLB
Baby
show, I
Cakes.
Came up through the
Yeah,
Zephyrs.
that's tipping its
it's
toe in like
like-
pedophilia.
Yeah, you should see the logo, and it's not pedophilia. It's just like Monster Baby deal. It's
Monster
weird.
Baby.
Yeah,
So
Google it. Use your devil box.
In Amarillo, town in North Texas, northwest Texas, I guess it would be. Where I'm from, they have a minor league team. They were the Armadillos, the Amarillo Dillos.
Makes sense.
Which when I was growing up, this is cool. We'd go out there and see them. They changed the name. And they was majority voted on. They're the Sod Poodles, which is a name for prairie dogs. And I was like, I haven't decided if I'm upset about this or not. I think it's kind of funny, but I also think it's kind of awful.
I think it's great when they let people name things via the internet.
Totally.
So, do you realize? So there was the Chicago Bears football game, the playoff game, was on Nickelodeon.
No, it wasn't the Chicago Bears playoff game. It was the New Orleans Saints playoff game versus the Chicago Bears.
The Saints had
Perspective.
A bye, I thought.
No, we didn't have a bye. There's only one team per conference got a bye.
And that was the Green Bay Packers.
No. Maybe.
It was the Green Bay Packers.
Yeah. Chicago played the Saints.
And on Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
In a way to, I guess, attract younger viewers to the NFL.
Did you watch it?
I did not, but I heard lots about it.
I clicked over. It was good.
So, they had, they let the internet vote on the most valuable player. Mitchell Trubisky, the quarterback for the Bears, was hot garbage, and they voted him the MVP.
I'm surprised they didn't vote like Hitler or somebody.
No, did you see that?
Like, that's what the internet does.
Trubisky,
He
like,
threw like 4 interceptions.
the Saints
or something like
destroyed them.
that. Yeah, it was bad. It was real bad, and they voted him in as the most valuable player of the game.
I
was
bet
awesome.
that it was New Orleans fans
Look,
voting
It's
him.
the internet, and that's the best part. Somebody
Yeah.
said, "Oh,"
But it was just like
This will be funny.
it was like the whatever the green, what do you call it? The goo stuff that they splash on everybody.
slime.
The slime was like all over the screen and like do all kinds of crazy stuff.
SpongeBob was in the middle of the goalposts.
Yeah,
They had
they like just
They
it
had
was all
like
like
they had
crazy.
like a girl who was like a actor on one of the TV shows on Nickelodeon, and
Miley Cyrus.
no, she's
That was 100 years
like
ago.
8,000 years old now.
Yeah,
I think she's younger than us.
she reps ARP.
Yeah, she's repping a pretty hard set on this turf.
Yeah, she's selling reverse
repping the
mortgages.
set?
Yeah, wrong fucking.
You like that one?
Bazinga!
Hey.
Repping reverse mortgages. Oh, that's high quality comedy right there.
God,
She's younger than us.
obviously.
And I haven't seen an ounce of those reverse mortgage checks.
Not a dime.
A fucking red penny.
It's a reverse mortgage, anyways. Does anybody know how a reverse mortgage works?
Yes, it's a So a mortgage is a secured.
Loan?
We're not gonna get into this.
It's a loan, right?
So they give you money for a certain percent, like portion of the equity in your, hopefully the equity,
Yeah.
in your yeah, you know,
God willing.
at best the equity in your property, and you're going to give them what's called a promissory note, which is like I promise to pay
Or you can have my house.
whatever, and you're going to secure that promise with what's called a security device, which is mortgage, and the promise to pay is like basically when I die is when it becomes like a demand note, which is like triggers an event, and then the reverse mortgage eats up all the assets of your estate, so it screws over.
Anybody leave
In
behind?
some people's estimation, the estate of your estate. So you suck up like a small portion of
You
your
cash-
equity
yeah,
in exchange for basically everything you're going to give to your kids.
Yeah, you cashed out and blew that shit.
Right.
And like, when I die, just the bank, you can have my shit to do.
You
with
and
it.
Tracy should do this
Yeah. Reverse mortgage? Can I just get rid of my house?
later,
Oh.
in like 15 years when you die.
Can I get a Prodigy boat?
That's nothing. Yes, you can absolutely get a product. You can give me one now.
Yeah, because he's gonna die soon.
Exactly.
I'm gonna have the diabetes.
Death
I'm
by
hitting-
Boudin.
I'm hitting the fucking gas pedal to the
They're
deathbed.
taking both feet off. Peg leg.
Oh my god.
Settle down,
Stumpy.
Captain Hook.
I hit my Lucky Charms bar this morning.
Oh my
I should have stopped and
lord.
got one.
At least we'll
Stopped and got one? Where?
We
At a
drove
gas
past two
station.
grocery stores on the
Yeah.
Great Boudin Quest of
Oh,
2021.
I thought you meant this morning. It's like
we drove a block.
You start Methy Mc whatever house.
Methic 17th.
Yeah,
It makes sense.
that place. Don't knock on that door asking
Don't
for
eat their
Lucky
food.
Charms. No.
You made me strip down and hose off after I went in.
I did.
I wanted you to shower in hand sanitizer.
You walked in that. You opened that door and I was like, nope. I was like, oh my lord, that's aggressive.
You get in the
Sit in the bed.
truck.
Yeah,
Let the air blow you off. It'll clean, make it like clean rooms before you get
Forever
home.
and clean.
I did have a pack of Lysol wipes. I should have handed it to you and just like
Hooker
made you,
bath.
made you hooker bath with Lysol wipes.
Oh, he's like, my skin's red.
It's a little peely.
I'm so dry. I feel like a snake about to shed its skin.
Yeah, you're molting, you degenerate. Shouldn't have.
Comes out of his skin.
You shouldn't have opened that air quotes door.
Oh.
Boy.
If I just didn't come out.
When you open that fridge from the truck, I was like, oh, that's where coronavirus came from. Now we have a new species of it.
You like it's legitimately just like a fridge sitting in the middle of this like
Surrounded by trash.
in the middle of this lawn, covered in trash. Abe opens the door. I'm like, okay.
Oh, no.
I was like, the first time I was like, okay. I was like, he's bored. He's waiting on someone that he clearly talked. We're sitting in the truck
What's
watching
happening?
this degenerate deal with these individuals of ill repute. I can say that because they don't know what that words mean.
What do you mean, you people?
And
People.
he like opens this Corona fridge,
Derelict.
and I'm like, okay,
Fridge.
fine. Like he's bored, looks into it.
the bravery
3
of
minutes
him
later-
coming out with no shirt on.
Oh,
That kid?
Yeah.
bravery.
He doesn't give a shit.
He may not have a shirt.
His yard was decorated with bags of tin cans
Yes.
and two refrigerators. One maybe working, the other one definitely not.
But then, like the second and third time you open it, I'm like, something's up. Like there's a story here. My first,
Strange things are afoot at the Circle K.
I didn't say this to you in the truck, but when he opened it the second time, I was like, I think there's a dead head in there. Like someone's. Like,
My face would have been like, guys.
No, I would have been like, back in the truck, bye.
No, I'd have waved y'all over to look at it first. Totally.
Oh my gosh.
Come and look at this.
Bad.
Abraham.
There was a excessive amount of Coke cans in that.
They would collect and recycle like we were talking about.
But here's my problem with it.
Take them to the recycler.
Definitively, yes. Take the Coke cans to the recycler. If you notice to the right of the shanty, there was like the excuse me, there was like the basket wire deals.
Yeah, full of Coke cans.
But why weren't they like at least all piled around that thing? They were like littered throughout the yard.
Did you see
Like-
the truck? The whole bit of the truck was stacked over the cab with bags
Yeah.
of cans.
Like,
What's going on here?
What
the
is
plan?
going
What's
on
the
here?
plan? I need a plan.
oh my lord! Like I
And
get
then the
like
guy
having.
decides to tell us, I don't do anything anymore.
We know that.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You don't say.
He was a interesting character.
Poison with a dude.
7-tooth.
Matthew McSeventeeth.
I didn't catch the meth
No,
vibe.
I don't either.
You didn't catch. Oh, did you see his old lady?
No.
Oh, I caught methy vibe way off of
I
that.
was-
Smoking.
I was scared to be in there. I was kind of panicking.
Oh, my heart was pounding.
And I'm not really worried about much, but I was like, these people cut people up.
I don't worry
This is how
about much.
Saw starts.
I have, like, back in my
Just
political
drop a hammer
days,
in front of all three of us.
walked to
Last one who
neighborhoods,
gets out of here.
knocking doors in neighborhoods that, like, not cool. And just got, like, super used to that. 7-tooth spot over here made me nervous.
I wasn't nervous at all.
That says a lot more about you than them.
That I'm a good-hearted person who doesn't think that the...
First of all, no one believes you're a good-hearted person.
They shouldn't.
You're a liar.
You're a liar.
I'm not lying. You just agreed with me.
So are you lying or am I lying?
You're lying.
Continue.
Yeah, you're lying.
What?
You're a clown.
Continue with your thought. Which you've lost now?
I wasn't
Did
that
he have
nervous
one to
about it.
begin with?
I feel like we were safe.
That's a wild exaggeration.
Being
being not uncomfortable is still a long ways on the scale from safe.
I thought they were fine. I tell you who the real psychopath is that wife. That woman.
She was in the same room as us.
First of all, you're saying wife. We don't know that.
He called her his old lady.
Okay.
Yeah. It's
I'll accept
Ma
that
and
then.
Pa's
Wow.
Goose and Duck Cleaning
I
Service.
don't know.
And Tin Can Collection Alley.
Oh my god.
There was 2 tons of soda cans. Most of them.
When that
littered
guy
around the
starts
front yard.
yelling at the kid who runs into the house
Dude,
with the
that was
bike,
best part.
I didn't see that.
I was like, what the?
The older
When did I
brother,
miss that?
the older brother pulls like the training wheels off the younger brother's
I
bike,
saw that.
and then they start riding around.
Deal with this
And
kid.
they're getting a kick out of the fact that we're watching it, and he just full speed just runs directly into the house, and I hear the wife go, "He just ran into the house again," and we just hear it. Stop it! Cut it out!
Like slammed into the side of the house, rode into the house.
Rode into the house.
Rode
Like
into the
it's a pier and beam house.
Yeah.
So his front tire goes underneath the house. So like the post for the handlebars just smacks the
I missed all of
the,
this.
the quote siding.
Oh my
the
God.
USB. The plywood that's holding the shanty together. She's,
Shanty is a very. I can't believe that there's
there's
5 people living in that house.
There was more.
there was way more.
They rode out 2 hurricanes in that house. Paul told us that.
This year.
Do you think that they are jarring their feces?
Are we talking about jarring because of mental disabilities, or jarring like
Do you think
preserving?
Do you think they're hoarders?
No.
No. Not at all. No.
Hoarder?
No.
Okay.
Definitively not
Do you think
hoarders.
that like you would have walked into that shanty inside and just been like,
Oh, inside? Inside?
There's no chance I would have got in there.
I went about as far as you could fucking physically get me.
I had a foot. I was still outside while I'm riding on that tag.
But here's what... So, we didn't talk about this. You were writing and writing. And I don't know if it was because, like, time slowed down, because this was, like, when the kid hit the wall and
I couldn't think straight.
And things got weird. But I was like, what is he writing? Like,
A novella?
I was like, what is happening? Like, how much information to this? And then it's my turn. I'm like, it's my name, address, number of birds, and species. Like, oh, like, why did this take you
because some
7
of us
minutes?
don't write like our freaking pen is attached to our toes.
Have you seen my handwriting? It's as bad as his or worse.
Oh my god. His
What's it?
handwriting is
Oh,
like
you're saying
lines.
I needed to write
paper.
like efficiently and nice and pretty for 17th? I did not care. I needed out of
That's
there.
an official document. Why are you so lucky to? You need to live inside of that. That's America, bro.
First of all, I do not need to live inside that.
You need to experience those types of people to connect yourself with what's really going on in the world.
You're stupid.
So you mean to tell me if they would have invited you in, that you would have not gone in out of curiosity?
Hard pass.
I wanted to see inside the house so
Hard
bad.
pass.
You
What
should
is
have asked.
wrong with you?
Can I come in?
I just wanted to see, like, how are you people living? Can I see the inside
Not
of this
well.
place? I know. I want to see, like, what does your bedroom look like? When was the last time? So, when was the last time the sheets were changed on that bed?
Change. They don't have another. They don't have sheets on the bed.
You think they sleep on a just straight mattress?
Yes.
No way. There's a sheet.
They don't have a second set.
Hell, I didn't have second set when I was young. You take them off and wash them and put them right back on.
Right.
Do you think
You take the mattress and put it back on the
Have
fence
those-
to let
were
it dry
those-
out from when they
were those
pissed on it from
sheets-
meth
Were
overdose.
those sheets, had those sheets been washed before or after Corona?
Austin likes this.
They've been washed since Corona.
No, they have not.
I mean, how?
Okay, here. I'm gonna play devil's advocate. Look, his clothes were pretty clean.
Yeah. He was kept. He was very.
I mean, sans. You're severely misusing this word. That is not the word you should be using. Kept, which is still a drastic exaggeration, but kept is horribly wrong.
He did not have lumps of dirt falling off of him.
They weren't even that like stained. He had some feathers and stuff on him, but they were probably.
I remember he was working on our ducks.
Yeah.
That's not a thing.
Maybe the inside's clean.
Dude, what if you walked in there and you were like, "There's fucking Carrera marble in here." They're just like the drapes don't match the curtains.
That's
The
not
carpet don't match the drapes.
It's way better the other way around.
Is it? No.
The drapes don't match the curtains. They're the same thing.
Exactly. That's what's good about it. The
The
files,
files are in the computer. All right, I'll give you that.
They don't have marble
The anus is on us.
countertops.
The anus is squarely on you. I want to go in that house so bad I can't stand it.
Oh my god.
Now I'm thinking about it and I can't.
First of all, he never called us today,
No, I was thinking about that outside.
and I'm not going over there at night.
Heavens no, I don't have a firearm with me. It's not a shotgun.
Why would you need a firearm? Those people
I need
are
my
so
9
weird.
millim.
What's
Not
happening
Millie.
to our geese right now?
Rep
That's
some-
the question.
Rep
They're probably
a set.
sitting inside of a freezer. May or may not be running. You know what? Here's the deal. They're probably getting frozen by some sort of body that they have in there. You can't just let bodies rot. That's how the law gets attracted.
You think I use some crawfish bait?
I watched The Iceman. I know how this works. You gotta drain all the blood out. You gotta freeze them.
You talking about Dexter?
No, The Iceman.
Well, the same guy called the Iceman and Dexter did the same thing.
That's because they took that from a dude who was legitimately a killer for the mob.
That's cool.
So this guy used to.
The only Iceman killer I know is Val Kilmer on Top Gun.
And
He wasn't even a
Mr.
killer.
Freeze.
Arnold Schwarzenegger's best role.
Get to the chopper.
What was the best? Like, do you think that it's the best Batman
I think his
movie?
best thing was pretending to be a politician.
Mr. Governor.
He fucked the maid.
Of course he did.
Yeah.
So
Facts.
the Iceman was a mafia hitman who would
Drain the blood, freeze body.
eviscerate bodies and then freeze them. And then
Eviscerate. No, you kill somebody.
eviscerate means drain the blood, right?
No.
What does that mean?
So, like,
Like,
destroy, like, take it all away.
What's
You
blood?
just-
What's like?
just say drain the blood.
There's a
Use
term
that
for it.
word.
Yeah. Drain the coolant.
Drain the coolant. He would drain all the blood out of
Hydraulic fluid, fresh
He
out.
would freeze them because then the police couldn't tell a time of death. And he killed like 200 people or some shit like that.
Men.
What?
Minimum.
Minimum. Yeah.
Men?
You know, like a minimum?
I think you said men.
Men.
His wife
M-I-N.
and his daughter had no idea. Do you think you could live in the house with somebody who's a killer and not know?
Probably. A good one.
Yeah. Have either one of you killed somebody?
You know what? Now you mention it, this is the place to talk about this.
Actually,
Oh my gosh.
based on advice of counsel, I suggest you assert your rights under the Fifth Amendment.
I plead the Fifth Amendment.
I plead not guilty. Sir, you're a witness. You're not on trial here.
Sir, that is not a cormorant. What are you talking about?
I saw someone.
Your Honor, this
I
is
saw someone
Mexican
do
black death.
something very similar to that in real life in federal court. It was one
Like
of
in
the-
person?
Yeah. This happened in person. And then ultimately, a guy got tased, and it was wild. This is-
Story time.
Oh yeah. Buckle up. So I was in law school. I clerked at the U.S. Attorney's Office in the criminal division for the district in Baton Rouge, and like a part of our deal was they were like, all right, if you don't have a project that we're asking you to work on, we want you in court, just like sit
watching.
there to like gain
Being a
experience
sponge.
and like
Yeah.
being a sponge. So me and the two other interns go down to court, and there's this, like, I didn't even know what kind of hearing it was. Like, normally we kind of know, like, it's a sentencing hearing, it's a trial, it's a whatever, it's an
this or that,
arraignment,
yeah.
it's like whatever. They're just like, just go down to this thing. Like, okay. And there's this judge, Judge Palazzolo, on the bench, who's like a very firm judge.
Like Judge Shitty? Or Judge Brown?
No.
Wapner.
He was a judge that was involved in Barry Seal's trial, if you followed that or know about whatever.
guy.
Johnny, whatever. Anyways,
Tom Cruise?
Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp played. There was a recent movie about Barry Seal.
Tom
That
Cruise is who you're looking for.
maybe Tom Cruise played Barry Seal.
Tom Cruise played Barry Seal.
Anyways,
And what Barry Seal do?
he was a drug smuggler,
Okay.
turned CIA like
Informant.
informant.
I mean, I
He was a
think
pilot who would fly.
I think the
large
cocaine
amount-
epidemic was created by the CIA, but that's
Anyways,
It was.
my former law partner during all of this was Barry Seal's lawyer, his tax lawyer. Anyways, so we're sitting in court, and you had a guy who's on trial, or is going to be on trial, in a like orange jumpsuit, sitting at like defense table,
repping a set.
and then like
In my library? Oh, fuck.
on the stand is his brother, and basically, without getting into the details, like the hearing is about whether or not the brother is going to testify against his brother. And half of the courtroom, which in federal court, people don't really go to it. It's not like this public thing. I mean, it's public, but it's like there's like a hearing a day, maybe two. So it's like there's no one in their courtroom normally when you go in there. And it's like half full, and the family is like pressuring the kid on the stand.
Yelling and stuff, or what?
Like making faces, and the judge is like, I see all y'all making faces, like keep stopping the whole thing and whatever. And like,
Can he do anything to like kick them all out?
Yeah, 'cause
yes. So
There's
he,
something. Yeah, I thought they could.
so he's like fussing, but he's like trying to like not
Just
take it to
let
that
it
level
ride.
yet.
Fussing
But
is
he's
like-
like yelling.
I'm 80 because I want to fucking eat ham at breakfast, and he says fussing and gets nothing.
He's talking. When he was done, he was gonna get berated. Continue.
That's fine. So he is admonishing the public.
I'm Marsh.
Heavens.
Admonishing. And anyways, so then
You're looking at the term.
this guy is sitting on the stand, and he just keeps saying, "It's like I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do." And right when that happens, the federal public defender walks in the courtroom, trying to get the judge to like sign something wholly unrelated. And he's like, "Mark, you just got a new case." This is a judge like he walks in behind the public defender walks in behind us. The judge is obviously in front of us, like way up on
Yeah.
the deal. He's like, "You just got a new case. Come here." And everybody's just like, "Oh boy." He walks up. He's like, "This guy needs to know." He's like, he's like, "If I testify, I'm going to be admitting that I was involved in it was a drug issue. It's like I'm going to be involved. You know, there's Fifth Amendment issues." So they pull him like. So the judge is like, "Go over to the side over here, to the side of the courtroom, and talk to him, and like give him counsel, whatever." And where that was behind the defense counsel, where his brother's sitting. Well, his brother. So they go over there. His brother keeps turning back, like telling him like to shut up, like don't rap, whatever. And the U.S. Marshal's standing behind him. And when you're in this federal courthouse, it's all wood paneled walls. And what you don't realize is behind both to the walls, behind the counsel's tables, there are these like hidden doors that go out that open up, and they're where they bring criminals,
Prisoners in.
the prisoners in. or, whatever.
Yeah.
So this guy's turning around, and the marshal keeps tapping him on the shoulder. He's like, turn around,
Mind
turn
your
around,
business.
turn around. Quit messing with him.
Yeah.
Because so much was going on with the
Stop
public
fussing.
of like, whatever. So next thing you know, this marshal just says, stand up, like loud, like authoritative, like it fills the entire courtroom up.
And you were in there for all this.
I was on the front row. I'm 15 feet from this.
Okay, continue.
And he stands up. That door pops open. Like, I don't know how it popped. Like, what? It just, like, pops open automatically. They start to pull him back into that door. And he's just out of my line of sight. But then you hear an explosion of human beings. They're clearly fighting back there. It's just cussing and yelling, and the judge is up like on the bench, and right below the bench, but still it's all elevated above like where you're standing are the court reporters, and the court reporter turns around and she tells him, keep going, because if we can hear this, it's on the record. Meaning, like, in federal court, everything's recorded in the courtroom and just goes on the record. And the court reporter's like, clean it all up afterwards. Because we're hearing him fighting and cussing and screaming. And he's like, F the police and, like, wilding out. Next thing we hear...
Wilding out.
Wu-Tang.
We hear... And it's like chains and metal banging. Because he's cuffed.
And probably got leg cuffs and chains, yeah.
Next thing we hear him, wah, ah, ah, and like getting the holy hell tased out of him.
Yes.
The judge turns to the marshal to his left and he goes, shut this courtroom down. Probably 30 U.S. Marshals pile in like instantly, like couldn't have been 30 seconds.
Flipped.
I don't know what happened. He turned to him, and I heard the judge say, shut this courtroom down. They come in. The marshal, like, leans into the mic because that marshal standing near the witness box, which is, like, connected to the judge's bench. Mm-hmm. And he goes, nobody move. And, like, us three interns were like, we have lanyards. Like, can we move? Like what's this? We're like... I'm not moving. So
I'm kind of interested to watch this,
all
actually.
these U.S. Marshals bull into this thing. They then, like, start peeling these, like, the family members out are just gone. And so it's like the gallery split in half, right?
The groom side and the bride side, right?
So we're the three, like, young kids on the left side. No one else is on the left side. It's just like us on the... And then there's like the whole other right side is just full of people. They pull virtually all of them out of there. I don't know why it wasn't 100%. in a way that was... Aggressive. Then about 20, 30 minutes later, like, I say that, it was like a significant amount of time. So much so I'm still like, I'm not moving. And I'm going to see how this plays out. Because this seems like a significant thing.
This is kind of cool.
They carry two marshals, one on each side, carries this guy back into the courtroom from that, like, pop-out room, sit him down in a chair, and put it was like a piece of cloth that they folded up into about the size of a deck of cards, like, in front of him, and he's just, like, leaned up against the table.
Drooling.
With his chest, like, sort of holding him up, like, like I'm sitting right now, and just drooled into this piece of cloth, and the judge goes, and another marshal was, like, holding with the lawyer, holding the kid, the brother, like, right there, like, on the side where they were. He goes, back on the stand now. Y'all have had enough time to talk. He gets on, he goes, we're proceeding with this hearing. And we're just like, whoa. And the brother ended up testifying against his brother. And it was wild. And the rest of the, like, 45 minutes to an hour that we're there, this guy just drooled into this piece of cloth.
So they banged a sedative into him or something.
I don't know what happened.
Tasing doesn't last that long, I don't think.
It was wild and a fun experience
Totally.
sitting in both that chair and this chair today. I don't know how we got on that rabbit hole.
AOC's the hottest member of Congress.
That's why.
Parliament. God, don't you know your government?
Right, Parliament. She wears a cool curly-haired white wig.
Powdered wig.
Yes, powdered wig. With her
wig.
cummerbund.
Jesus, your cummerbund's upside down.
Yeah, boy. Anyway,
Wow.
Duck camp.
That was a good story.
Goose camp. It was fun.
Waterfowl camp.
Waterfowl camp. So here's the thing.
Bird camp.
So we talked about this a little bit in the truck. Abe,
peas.
you had a goal for this, the 2020-2021
Both
waterfowl season.
Austin and I did.
Both of y'all did. Of
Didn't
40
happen.
ducks. Do today's birds count towards the 40?
In my opinion, no. Because it was a 40 duck thing. This is a bonus hunt.
This is lanyap. This is lanyap.
Like lanyard?
Fuck you
Like you
calling
hang
it?
calls on it?
No. Lanyap's like a Louisiana term. It's like Cajun French for like
Well, I don't
little
know if you
something
know this,
extra.
but we're from
We
Texas.
live in Texas.
People know that everywhere.
What? No, they don't.
Lanyap
Lanyap.
means
I think
A little something extra.
I'll have a lanyap.
Yeah, a little lanyap.
Lanyap of coffee.
Like
You're
Stan
like,
Toot.
like that, that like little extra pour of bourbon. You're like, yeah, I'll take a little lanyap.
Why would I know
A little
that?
something
If you
extra.
said little lanyap, wouldn't that be
A little.
redundant?
People say redundant shit all the time.
Do
I
they?
agree, and I hate it.
Do you?
Big is small, small is big. That kind of redundancy. Or like
No.
redundancy, like
Oh,
2
God.
times 2 is salmon.
Abe's filling the old elk.
2 times 2 is salmon.
Like 2 times 2, that's redundancy. No, that's just 4.
No, it equals salmon.
No, 2
I'm
times
sorry,
2
it is salmon.
Salmon.
God.
Oh boy.
I've really been thinking about how just random things are so funny. Like just
Yeah.
piecing things together is hilarious to me. I don't know what it is. 2 times 2 is salmon. It's funny. I don't know why.
I agree with you.
Like just putting things together is just the.
There's like some shock value to it.
There is, yeah.
Not shock, but just like, huh?
Not like the.
Not like other
Red
aspects of
Rose.
this weekend. Yeah, the red rose.
That would be shocking. I say we go to the Red Rose.
It did not look.
Absolutely no.
Can we get a lift right now from where we're at to the Red Rose?
No.
There's no way I'm going.
Why not?
I'm
They
tired.
have a shuffleboard. Let's see if we can drink all their 7 and 7.
Ooh. We drank a bar out of Seagram 7 in Houston one night.
I heard about that. When y'all picked up a boat or
Yeah,
something.
the boat.
Yeah.
The whole weekend was a nightmare.
That was a blown out tire or something?
No.
Oh, no,
I
no.
really.
A blown out tire would
really
have been a
wish It was
blessing.
a blown out tire.
It cooked off a bearing, and then the hub welded, like the bearing race welded to the hub. So it's banging down the road, that castle that's barely keeping it on. And so we pull over and managed to beat a new hub onto this spindle that's warped. It got so hot. So beat a new hub onto it in a O'Reilly parking lot. Then limp into Conroe and ditched it. One of the breweries I'm close with down there, because they have a little house at the brewery parked in the driveway. Then we had to go to an event.
BHA event, right?
Yeah.
Full drop home tour.
And then we left there to meet people at a bar, and they came. Then we went to another bar. Is that right?
We did. Yeah.
And then we drank all of their whiskey. Then we when we were Ubering everywhere. Let's clarify this.
Yeah,
we were very
Not
responsible.
driving at all.
Respect, yo.
And so then we got food. I think, and we get back to the hotel. We wake up at the hotel, just garbage humans. Drive through a Whataburger. Abe has to get out of the Whataburger in the drive-through and puke in the bushes in the bank parking lot next door.
Been there.
Yeah,
Oh my god, I felt like.
it was bad.
Oh god.
And then it started raining like crazy on the
Yeah.
drive home. and we're dragging this boat that's draggable, but we also a full day basically of took the prop the trailer up
Friday to get the boat, then slept got it, did what you talked about, and then Saturday morning was let's
work.
replace.
We replaced the whole axle.
Side of the boat.
Popped the axle off, put a whole new axle, 2 new spindles on, and everything. Got back up and running.
This is at your house, y'all did that?
No, in Conroe with mishmash of garbage tools that were in at my house. I could have done this in 2 hours alone.
Yeah.
This took 7 and 6 trips to Northern Tool and 2 trips to Lowe's, just of finding pieces to make things work.
Wow.
It took forever.
That's fun.
Yeah. So we did that on Saturday, and then because we got that done on Saturday, we just got obliterated
Saturday night
to drink away the pain of what we had just gone through. Because we were all being all fat and sassy. We got the boat. We're all like, "Oh my god, this is badass! This thing is awesome!"
And then boom,
we got boudin and monsters, and then
I was
the
like,
trailer's smoking.
Yeah, I looked on mirror. I was like, that hub's smoking. Bad juju. I didn't check the bearings and the thing had set for who knows how long. Then we cooked another hub. Luckily, I caught it early, and we swapped the hub real quick. But
when was that?
The same day we hit the steel pipe in the boat.
Oh, that's right. That's
like
right.
we get 15 minutes from the boat ramp. I was like, what's that squeaking? And we pull over. I was like, God damn it. And the inner seal on the hub, I probably over greased, being overly cautious, and it pushed that inner seal out, and so it flung out all the grease. So just as that grease got hot, just spun it all out.
Yeah.
Cooked that hub. So we drove all the way back to my house from Ray Roberts, picked up all the tools we could grab, floor jack and all my stuff. Then hit a Northern Tool and bought another hub. Get back up there and swap that hub in 10 minutes. And then went to the ramp we were going to go to. It was closed. Drove to another ramp. Windy as shit. Like, all right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to dump this thing in, and we're just going to putter to the edge of this cove and get out. We're going to go up and do a bunch of bow fishing with carp, because there's a real shallow area up north of the lake. It got real windy. We'll just putter around. We have nothing to do. It's already been a nightmare. No hurry.
We need some calm time.
Yeah, and if we hug the coastline, we'll hit some chop, but we'll try to hang on the lee side and whatever.
Yeah.
We'll get there. We get 100 yards off the boat ramp and hit a piece of square tube steel that's sitting like this, and we hit it like this. So it ran up on
So it's sitting at like a 30-degree angle?
Yeah, let's say that. Yeah. And so, I was like, that's weird. And the chop just pushed us around on it, and I was like, that's weird. I figured it was a stump or something. Zero worries about a stump.
Yeah, you're like, why would there be a stump that close?
And so it pushes us off, and I start motoring again. I look down, and as the boat shifts, the water under the floor will rush back towards the bill pump. I kind of start motoring up a little bit, and like,
that's a lot of water.
that water's not stopping. It's not just water shifting in the boat from getting in and out. It's coming in. I was like, oh no. Hammer it and just run ashore real quick. So we get out. I was like, oh no. And we look under there, and 6-inch gash. All right.
How wide?
It was like
6 inches long?
Yeah, but not very wide. Kind of laid open. Like it kind of got pressed in.
Yeah.
So I mean, inch wide or something. But it's right on the transition to the front. So as you start motoring, it's a ramjet.
Right. Yeah.
So I was like, all right, here's what we're gonna do. We get stuff out of the boat, we pick it up, we get all the water out we can. I kicked the bilge on. It's like, we're gonna dump this thing in the water and we're gonna hammer it. And if we're lucky, we can plane up a little bit and not catch the whole cut. But I mean, we probably at that point had 6 to 8 inches of chop. And we're gonna go straight across, and the water's
back
coming.
To the ramp?
You could see the ramp. It was 100 yards across this little bay. Like, we just gotta get over there. If we can run ashore right next to the ramp, then we can get stuff out and carry it up there. They can back it down, and I can just run it up there, or we can walk
it over.
whatever. So we get there, and 60% of the way across, like the back of the boat's 2 inches out of the water. It's
oh shit.
I was like, oh my god. And so we're coming in. There's these 2 guys fishing on the shore. I was like, yell at them, because I was like, we ain't stopping. And they're like, we're coming in. They got it, and they moved, and we just bang ran ashore. So we get the front end up there, and the back end of the boat's in the water. So me and Jordan get back there, and we're picking it up, and the bilge blew the fuse during this.
Yeah, at this point, it's like it's overdone.
And so we get back there, we kind of just shove it up on shore, and I pull the plug in the back, and so I stand deep in the lake, and we kind of just hold the back of the boat up so the level of the water in the boat is higher than the level of the lake, and just
level out.
let it run. And we get all our stuff out. We had cooler and bows and fishing rods and all this, and we empty the boat out. We get it all carried up, and like game warden happens to show up, and he kind of helps. This other squirrely dude comes and helps, and everybody's super nice.
Yeah.
So we
everybody's understanding like you're
this is
in
a
a
problem.
storm.
Yeah, this isn't like...
And it's the sunny bluebird day,
Yeah.
and it's noon now.
Yeah.
And
I mean a shit storm.
yeah. And so we get it all kind of handled. I was like, all right, here my keys are in the door pocket. Go back the truck down. Like, if anybody else pulling up the ramp, like, Jared, you go, like, grab people who are driving and be like, listen, we gotta have priority here. Just give us 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So Jordan backs it down. We set that trailer in the water. I was like, all right, I'm going to get in this thing. We're going to put the plug in. Y'all shove me in the water, and I'm going to shit it and get it. So they shove me in the water, and then by yourself in that boat, it hauls ass. Yeah. So it planed up, and I hauled ass and just bang, ran up on the trailer. I was like, we're done. 8 seconds.
Didn't die.
And we get out of the water and get into there, like, oh my gosh. There's probably pictures of it somewhere.
It got posted on the social media.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I remember the
frightening,
event, but not all the details.
Then I found aluminum. I called a guy who works for Lauren's dad, who's just the dude who knows everybody. I was like, hey, man, punched a hole in aluminum boat today. Oh, yeah, go down to Roanoke boat, talk to so-and-so. If he can't do it, he knows somebody who does. Hey, man, Dave Runnenberg says talk to you. Punch a hole in aluminum boat. Oh, yeah, run up here this way. Here's a dude's cell phone number. He'll fix you up. So I just called the dude, drive up there. Can you leave it here for a bit? I was like, whatever you want. If it doesn't work.
Yeah, where am I going to take it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it really interfered with my fishing trip with my boat with a hole in it. So I was leaving. He calls me like 3 hours later, like, yeah, it's done, like $200. Welded.
Easy.
He was an aluminum welder, did hot rods and stuff, so he just sanded it down and put a big aluminum patch on it. I actually called, no, it was the next day, because I called Go Devil the next morning.
Yeah.
The manufacturer, I was like, hey, and Coco, the owner, and we talk about him a lot, shout out to you guys. The owner of Go Devil has called me back personally every time I've called them. I even messaged like, hey, I just had a couple questions. Austin Coco Go Devil. He's a Cajun dude. Yeah. And I said, hey, we ran a hit square tube steel with this boat. Oh, yeah, it's happened to throw a patch on it. It's no big deal. So we don't have to worry about this. Nah, man, you hit stumps in that thing, right? Yeah, often. Shit don't matter. Weld a patch on it, keep going. He goes, I got 3 on mine. So,
like, all right.
So the dude welded on the next day, and that happened on Sunday. Boat was welded up on Monday. Done. Awesome. Like $200. Fiberglass boat. Whoo boy.
That would have been
speared through a bass boat.
Yeah, that would have been
game over.
Problem.
It didn't even come through the second floor. So that boat's got the outside, marine aluminum skin, then all your ribs, then it's got your interior floor. It didn't even touch the secondary floor.
Like plywood?
No, it's aluminum, solid aluminum. So it didn't even come through that. So it was just exterior hull. And I even drilled all the rivets, took gas tanks out, took fuel lines out for him. And when I showed up, he's like, "Oh man, you did the prep work." I was like, I knew exactly what you're gonna have to do. I said, if I could weld aluminum, I'd do it myself. So it kind of, it folded in. He beat it back down to flat and welded it on the inside, welding the outside, then a patch, and I was like,
so it's solid.
It's probably more solid than it was before.
Yeah. Like, please hit that next time.
Right there, just right there.
I'm gonna pull the motor on my boat and take it to a welder. And I think I'm gonna have him weld a plate on the bottom of my boat, just so I can hit more stuff and be.
Weight. You gotta think about weight.
I mean,
And hydrodynamics, I don't know what that'll do with that boat. It may put it heavier in the water, so you worry about your transom height with that heavy motor, anyways.
I'm talking about just on the front of the boat, mainly.
Oh, just.
Which I need weight on the front of the boat, anyways, because I'm running around with 150 pounds of plate weight in the front when I'm by myself. So.
Yeah, that's a good plan then.
So give me a little bit more weight.
And then coat it in Gator Glide.
I can just bang off shit and not worry about it, because I hit stumps in that boat and it's not fun.
I mean, I don't like doing it, but it doesn't.
Well, when we hit stumps in your boat, it's a little different than when we hit them in my boat.
Like that video when I took that wrong turn. There's this one area of Grapevine that's got all these little trees that are about 2 inches.
Mm-hmm.
And I was coming back from scouting one night. I was like, here's my turn. And I cook it hard. And like I said, by yourself in that boat, it hauls. And it'll plane up and being flat bottom. The chines don't catch hard. So if you're planed up and turning, it'll just skip perfectly sideways. So I try to cut this little gap in these trees and miss it. And just start smashing through these trees.
Pop
over. And then like, brrr, right up on a stump. Like, okay, we're stopped now. And it slid off stump and we kept going. Like,
when I hit at stumps, I haven't hit something that sticks out of the water. I've only hit things that are under the water. And when Jordan and I are in that boat together and we hit stumps, it feels like we're being ejected out of the fucking boat. Thankfully,
Boom.
Jordan and I have wonderful chemistry in tiny little boats together. So it's just like, everybody be cool, you know?
Be cool.
And we just work off of it and we're done. But
Find the center. Find the center.
Dude. Having somebody like Jordan in the boat with you when you're in a small boat is... If you're going to have somebody in the boat with you...
That guy.
That's who you want in the boat with you.
Right.
He doesn't move. He just stays still. We went into the fog of war at Pat May's. Just, I mean, like literally, it was steam rising up off that lake, and couldn't see 10 feet in front of you. He had that light, but you shine a spotlight into fog or steam.
Yeah.
It doesn't do shit besides.
No.
So he was keeping it real low just to keep, because we're
Visibility.
just to see it right in front of me. So. I mean, I idled out everywhere we went. I didn't even
Get it up.
Yeah, I didn't even put any gas into it. And we hit 2 things, and it was just like, oh!
Boy.
Did that on Levon, too. Levon was one of the worst.
Yeah.
We hung on it. It didn't break my boat, but it left a mark. I could see it, and I was just like, oh my God. But it's not like I'm hitting things that are sticking above the water.
Mm-hmm.
You just can't see them,
Mm-hmm.
That's why Fork is going to be one of those lakes that I feel like is going to be, oh.
Yeah.
The Chaffalot Basin, I bet's like that.
Very much so. And then another place I want to take you boys is called Lake Verret.
All right.
That place is stumpy.
Here's the video. I was like, oh no, this turn isn't happening here.
Nope. Crunch, 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 crunch. And we're off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And we're off. Yeah, it was I want to do that, and I want to weld a stand-up pole on my boat so I can
Push pull it like in Venice.
just stand up and have a grab bar, basically.
Yeah, it's handy.
Beer. You boys want a beer?
One more and we're going to bed.
One beer.
What else we got to talk about?
I tell you, this has been a fun way to end the whole season.
Yep.
We got 2 weeks left, I think, as of the date that this is being recorded. About 2 weeks. And I plan on hunting every single day for the next 2 weeks.
Oh, I'll take that one.
Why?
Because I don't know if it's gonna explode. I handed you a upside down beer, and if it does, I've taken the bullet to the face.
You're a better man than me.
Yes.
Don't say that so confidently. That is rude.
You're a pendejo. Well, guys, I'd like to thank each and every one of you for listening to this podcast. Make sure you like and subscribe.
Or don't.
Or do. Who knows?
You should.
Who cares?
Hashtag make James great again.
Also, happy birthday, Abe.
Happy
It's your
birthday.
birthday. We haven't talked about that on this podcast. The reason why we're here.
What's there to talk about?
You were born.
37 years ago, my mom shit me out.
Well, I appreciated that event.
Yeah.
My life is better because of it.
Me too.
Yeah.
I bring very little joy to very few people, so.
That's
appreciate
true.
it. But I am brave enough to go into a fucking sketchy ass house. That's all I can say.
Oh, 7-2?
I want to go inside of that house so bad.
You're not riding back in the truck if you go in there.
If I go into that house, I should get praised.
That's not how that works. Praise for what?
What if you like go into that house?
What
and
attribute
It's like those,
in-
it's like those like badass duck blinds. So you, like, you don't realize that you go underneath, and then there's like fucking a kitchen and TV and couches and shit.
Who wants TV, couch, and kitchen and a duck pond?
Me. Yeah.
No.
Have you seen some of those?
Yeah.
Have you, though? You saying that to be cool?
I don't think you
I
pee
have.
with your penis.
Do we believe in?
No, I'm not getting a very strong vibe of confidence. These people have a couch and a TV,
Again,
kitchen.
why am I watching TV if I'm hunting?
No, because you don't leave it. You go up there in the morning,
You
you take a
stay.
nap, you chill during the middle of the day, and you go back out and hunt. You stay out in the
You
swamp.
just stay in the blind. I don't understand how that would not be like universally like badass to anybody.
No.
And you're just like, ugh.
If I need TV and all that stuff, I just do that at the house.
I don't care about TV. I agree with you on that. But like a kitchen, some bunk room.
But that's the whole point. Like,
I'm
your
talking.
camp is
I'm
a
talking
blind.
a
It's Charlie Hole.
200 square foot room.
Imagine you could wake up at 6:30.
Do you get the Charlie Hole
shooting
reference?
light. Is
It's
it
like-
some sort of like Vietnam thing?
Exactly. There's like a little hole. It looked like a little hole, and then you go down in it, and it's like this labyrinth of a.
The fuck you call me?
Eviscerated.
What is
So
the term
sorry.
when you
Evaporate?
no, extenuate.
Yes, that is to take blood out.
Yes, that's what it is.
What's the word you're looking for?
Attenuate.
Extenuate.
You
I
sure?
think.
Yeah, that's a thing.
I mean, I believe you, but we're gonna look up spelling so I know exactly what you're saying since you speak
Oh, I
broken
can-
ass French and Abe
I-
speaks mutant.
Extenuate. Extenuate.
You're-
Extenuate.
That's the word. I can't spell my name.
You write like a fucking doctor.
I do.
Is that because you're a doctor of law?
I'm not a doctor of law.
Somewhat of a scientist
I'm a
myself.
juris doctor.
Well, there's only one doctor in my life.
And he tells you to lose
To
weight.
exsanguinate.
Extenuate? Yeah.
Extenuate.
Guinate.
Guinate.
Yeah.
Extenuate.
Exsanguination is the removal of blood.
Yeah.
Right.
Good job. Good job.
Golf clap.
Now let's end this.
Do us a favor and make sure you follow us on the socials of media. Why are you making that hand and that face? Why is your fingers and thumb in a circle and your tongue sticking out? And you're doing a hammering motion.
Because you're doing a little
is
self-masturbation.
What?
Hit the like button.
Smash that like button.
Like us.
Facebook, the gram.
That's what
you
they
know
say
the
on
drill.
YouTube.
Do the things.
Cue the music, Jared.
Stormwater Creek is the best. Grinch, the captain. Abe, the helper. Jordan, the problem solver. I hope you like Stormwater Creek. Stormwater Creek.